let's go. Let's go. Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Alright, and we are back for Allies of Justice, week 9 ish. People watching on YouTube and whatnot, you'll see a little discrepancy in the last game. Unfortunately, my power went out, so we didn't have a chance to finish week 8, so this will just be a straight continuation of where we left off on that break interval. Which, anyone want to take a shot in the dark to tell me what happened last game?
In our last session, before the power cut out so infamously at your house, we were having a nice little chat, Bear and Connor. That was very endearing to them. But before that, the party had him engaged with a group of bandits that had leapt out of them from nowhere, like literally out of the woodwork. It was amazing for their stealth rolls because no one saw them coming. It was kind of cool. And then, like they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna stick you up. Give me everything you got." And then this amazing fucking crag, not dwarf.
You had that right.
Yes, this amazing bastard was like, "Hey man, if you work with me and take down your boss, we'll be friends. Split the loot." And it almost worked. And then the fucking guy he was talking to, was it Thomas, I think, got backstabbed by his party. Those fucking assholes. I'm sorry about the stream. I got upset about that though. I was like, "You backstabbing bastards."
But they are.
All chaos broke out, and then there was war, and things happened, and death was around, and then one or two guys ran off. I can't remember if it was two or one. I can't remember right now. Someone saved me from myself.
One ran off, one survived, one died, one was recruited.
Yes, that's way more specific and better put. Thank you for that. Well, whilst that was happening, Bear and Connor were getting a little bit open with each other, not sexually, of course. That's for the shipping and for the fan fiction. But they were having a nice and decent conversation, somewhat about their past and discovering more about each other in the process. While also, I say, moving towards the city and being stalked, dare I say, by something in the woods. Who knows? Dragon, maybe? Jellyfish? I would like to see a forest jellyfish. It's possible. Anything else to add?
That was pretty right on the nose. Good job.
I swear to God, if it's a forest jellyfish, I call that.
That would be the other game, not you guys.
Is that a thing? Please.
There's a.
I mean, it's not called a jellyfish.
No, it's not called that, but it's something worse.
That should totally be a thing, right? Forest jellyfish, they can move in and out of woodwork, like literally. Oh, gosh.
It's a lot more fun than you think it is, and a lot worse.
So, as we get back into the game, we see the group of 4, Gub, making his way back into the fray after things seem to have settled and dropped down from immediate hostilities. His head still on a swivel to overall take what's been going on. Kronk, Crystal, and Adze taking the moment of ceasefire to properly capture the one individual that was still alive, though unconscious. Meanwhile, Thomas ridiculing you guys on how much of a waste of a time the process was. And this would be the scene as Connor and Bear walk down the road to see their party, covered in minor scratches and death and combat surrounding them.
Okay, so Connor and Bear are approaching. I'm assuming Bear is walking off.
I'm back.
You got background noise, Anthony.
Yeah, I bet I do.
It sounded like some type of alien invasion. But Connor and Bear are walking up towards the party, and just before they see this, Connor's kind of looking over his shoulder. In my life, it was an absolute blow. When I woke up that morning, I swear to God, I have no idea what happened to the spatula. And just as he's about to finish the tale, he sees this what's going on. He's like, huh, Bear. And then he shakes his head. He says, am I too drunk right now? And looks at his bottle and is still halfway there. So he's like, no, I'm not too drunk. Someone's over there. And he'll rush to go aid the party.
I see Adzay and his Adzay and his 2 legs. We need to hurry. It looks like they're fighting.
Yeah, and he immediately proceeds to run over there in slow motion drunkenness. It's kind of like Baywatch, but if they were stumbling.
So with some heavy footfalls and a very obvious furred tumbleweed moving in your direction, the rest of you see the combined forces of Connor and Bear looking a little bit more inebriated than what you last left them. Though
he comes rushing up. He's got his dark book in one hand, and he's got his bottle of alcohol in the other. He threw away his chalice because it was useless. It had a crack in it after they fell along the way here. So now he's just holding the bottle by itself, and he's got his book out. And he's like, who am I killing? And he looks over.
Thomas would be giving you guys harsh eyes. The 2 of you looking at this individual that seems to be dressed in, like, not particularly local clothing, though they stand out from the group and stand out from people from Elp. And seems to be uniformed dressing of the one unconscious tied up man, the one beheaded dead man that are on the ground here.
Oh dear. Seeing first the man who's standing and is still up, if no one else says anything, Connor's gonna look down and says, you there, on your knees and submit before I, and he looks at his book, before I do this to you. And he says, wait, I can't read.
And calm down.
Thomas pulls out his axe. I don't get on my knees for no man.
That's right. That's why you're with us now.
He says he's with us.
Connor,
he looks at Frank as he's talking. He's like, he's with us. Are you sure? He looks a bit rough.
You can do a little remodeling, but for now he will do.
Oh, okay. Then Connor will finally take a moment to look around. He'll be like, "Where's everyone?" And then he'll see the bodies, and he's like, "Oh dear." Not again. And he'll take his bottle.
Don't waste it. And he'll look comes in and laps it up.
He'll say, "Hold my bottle." Hold his arm out for him to hold it and start heaving.
Much like a dog to a water spigot, he just has his tongue out, lapping whatever comes out.
Oh God!
Well, Thomas, this is our mascot Bear. He's the mascot. We're still wondering why that happened.
Oh, he turns around, spittle going down his jaws, like, oh, as he goes back. Thomas just looks at you with the raised brow.
I did say it was a work in progress.
Connor turns away from Bear, covering his eyes. Oh God, I can't see that right now. Someone tell me when the bodies aren't there anymore.
They're gonna be there until somebody
body. Not bodies, Adzay says. The other one's unconscious. If someone, practices a little restraint, please.
Connor looks at him and says, "Adzay, please, for the last time, I am sorry about our first encounter. I was drunk."
No, not you. Kronk, do we need to take his axe?
Why? You can't take a man's axe away from him.
He just looks at you and looks to the dead bandit, then back at you.
He did have that coming, to be fair. He's worth more alive than he was dead, but, you know, each to their own.
Well, they're actually more worth all dead than alive. Give it about a day or two, he's gonna get back to the boss, and he's gonna know where these two aren't, and what I wasn't doing at the time.
No, that just makes you worth more valuable dead to him, but to us, you're worth more valuable alive.
While these two are having this talk, Connor kind of gasps a little bit, and he looks over at the bear and he says, "Oh my God, they're lovers." And he says, "It's starting to make sense. They were having a squabble."
Maybe we should be too.
No, bear. I think we've made our point clear on this. And he kind of like pushes them away just a little bit. He doesn't try and do it too roughly because, of course, he's huge. But he's like,
yeah, he is.
Oh, bear can wait.
and then Connor gets like a bright idea. He's like, "Oh, bear, maybe they have hairy nipples too."
Damn it. No. Not even the dog.
He gets a little gleam in his eye. It's like, oh.
They seem to be a bit more your persuasion, if I understand.
But Bear doesn't want to cheat on Connor.
No, it's okay. I give you a whole pass.
No, that's right, Bear. You should stay loyal to Connor.
No.
Connor,
Open relationship,
you should...
Bear. Just not happening. Just go for them with all you have. Trust me, if you really cared about anyone ever in your life, you'll do what I ask you to do right now. I would like to roll persuasion against Bear.
It's your persuasion roll.
Yeah, roll diplomacy.
Diplomacy. That's right. That terrible skill I'm horrible at, but I'm doing it. Here we go. Open character sheet.
Your bears is just as bad.
Oh no, you just don't know. My skill is like a nil, basically. Why does this take so long? Diplomacy.
Watch Bear counter diplomatize you.
No, it's not.
Negative.
No. Roll Bear's counter diplomacy so Connor's more interested in Bear.
As you like say this, Bear looks at you. It's like, oh, okay, Connor, and gives you a two-eyed wink. Defending wins.
Damn it! I was so close.
Okay, Connor.
Damn. You see Connor kind of just scoff and he like turns away from Bear, and then when he does, he immediately turns and sees a dead body again. He's like, "Oh shit! Oh God! Someone stop it!"
Why are you so squeamish to dead bodies?
God damn it! That was so close.
You say that as there's literally a head spewing out gore, just molding into the sand at your feet, unattended. Flies slowly starting to congeal to the stiffening blood that's mixing with the dirt.
And then Connor says, "Oh God, I can smell it now." And he'll like walk away a couple of feet, and he starts heaving a little bit, but he keeps it down. And he's like, "Can't waste too much more alcohol. Keep it in."
Something says you're not going to be that much useful in combat when we need you.
What? He says? I didn't hear that.
Something says you're not going to be that much useful in combat when we need you.
Are you kidding? I'm totally amazing. Like, look at this. And then he'll go and he'll throw a dark attack at a tree.
Roll to hit.
You can still miss.
You have a minus 15 to hit.
Minus 15 modifier? Oh God.
Why does he have a minus to hit a tree?
Because he's getting drunk.
Oh. Please. Fucking miss.
Please miss. Hit someone else.
Well, your hit chance is 0, so I think you messed up.
I think I messed that up.
Because the modifier is already minus, remember? You didn't minus.
Well, he still misses
15.
anyways, because he has a base of 60. It can only get higher from there.
So yeah, your dark bolt just careens somewhere off into the forest, and You hear the hollowed sound of an impact, but no visible reaction.
I have a ton of range on that thing, and I've hit the exact thing I wanted to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then
You
he'll look
doing
over.
this though actually like gets Thomas like on end and uneasy as he sees you cast the magic.
And like as he says this, he's like stumbling over back towards the party, kind of like making a little circle to steer away from the body and the gore. And he's like going towards Crystal and Kronk more specifically. He's like, I'm your point man on this. I'm so amazing right now. Like, you just don't understand how well I can perform.
That's fine and all, but you all right, Thomas?
And he looks over. Who's Thomas?
And nothing come
New
good
guy.
from any magic casters.
Oh,
People
yeah,
like
this-
that gets the scabbard's
I
attention.
use the dark energies, he says.
He
Magic's
still
magic.
has a point. Magic hasn't, in history, it hasn't done a whole lot of good.
Not to mention, I'm not trying to piss off the Empire by traveling around with some mage.
What? Is it illegal to travel in the Empire as a mage, he says. And he looks like visibly concerned at the moment.
I think we actually did have a discussion about this,
I thought
but
it
I
was
am
just
not.
I'm pretty sure it was out of character as well.
It was out of character. Like, it's something we should know as in character,
Okay.
given how we're all, generally from the Empire.
Not Connor. Is everyone here from the Empire, actually? Think about it. Out of character question. I was pretty sure, like, Crystal.
You don't
and-
know yet. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Okay.
But Connor, ask
So
you
what-
guys a
what-
question.
So what is the ruling on that? Because I actually forgot. I thought it was some magic was outlawed. Or
No.
is
I thought it
supposed
was
to be
just
all of it?
dove.
I was pretty sure it was Dove. I didn't know about other stuff being outlawed, except witches, of course, because everyone hates those, basically.
So let's go back to the front page. That seems to have been forgotten.
Front page.
Oh no. Wait,
Act
Gecko came
1,
back?
A new kind of S is literally what I had said at the beginning of this.
Well, like I see
The
the thing where he's
use
rooting
and
for the
official practice of magic is barred to all civilians.
Ooh, shit.
Now, civilians, is
Connor
that
says.
specifically people like commoners?
You guys are civilians.
Okay.
Connor says, on second thought, he's probably right. I shouldn't have done that while I'm drunk. Blame it on the alcohol. Yeah, and then
Oh,
he throws his hands
God.
up.
I mean,
I don't
but
know
we're
where I
not,
picked up this tune from, but it's quite catchy.
we're technically not in the Empire right now.
You think he doesn't have his spies watching around for casters? I've seen him, I have. Them in their crystal balls and their fancy staffs. Once I saw
Crystal
someone
ball?
cast a magic spell, middle of the forest, immediately he was struck down by lightning, and I'll bet that was the Empire that did it.
Crystal balls and magic staffs, you said?
He just like looks at you harshly, like looking
Ah.
at you.
Asking out of character. Like,
He did say
kinda.
that.
okay.
But an overall vibe of mistrust in his eyes looking at Connor.
Well, for now, I can vouch for him because he has saved a couple of our companions' lives already.
He sneers, but crosses his arms.
No, I never said you had to like each other. Just, try to get along.
And what is it that we're getting to then, eh? You let the man get away, which is going to cause me a problem, which is going to cause you a problem. We got this dead bloke right here. And we got this He kicks the one that's tied up. Bitch still alive.
Well, how much information does he know?
What information are you looking for? I couldn't tell you that without him being alive. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it'll do you a lot better if we just skin him now.
And this
Could,
like,
but then we wouldn't get the reward on him.
He looks over between the two of you. He's like, "What are we doing here? I did not sign up here to be a criminal and mass murderer," he says.
It's not criminal. This is a legitimate job. This
This legitimate job seems a bit sketchy, Kronk. All due respect, sir. You are my boss, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I'm pretty sure Adze is. But
we both
are we not mercenaries of law and order? Not exactly for good, but for legal purposes at least. I don't believe we should be aligning ourselves with. He looks at the guy. And he looks back at you guys. I have no idea who the fuck this guy is.
You don't want to be talking about being legal and all that fancy words, Mr. Caster. Spits towards your
And he
feet.
looks at you and he says, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
He says as he spits towards your feet.
Connor, oh dear. You done goofed, he says. And he'll roll intimidation. And he says, "Oh, you shouldn't have done that, Mr. Thomas Wayne." Yeah. So bad. I'm so terrible.
Oh, you think I shouldn't have? He says as he intimidates back.
Please.
Ooh,
Damn it.
that's good.
God damn it.
Alright, so I need you to roll a D100.
So bad.
You're just bothered.
John looks at him and he says, "Eyes on you, mister." He says, "Ugh." Then he immediately kind of takes a step back afterwards. Oh, no respect, but bothered. Specifically bothered by his presence.
Hey, I said let's try to get along.
He started it.
You started it.
Connor says, "I did. I don't remember. I'm drunk right now."
Exactly, you started it.
Oh yeah, I definitely started the party. But you have to know, Bear was involved too. He's been drinking just as much as I have. And he
Bear
looks
did
over at
nothing to Thomas.
Actually, I think I've been drinking more than Bear. That would explain why I'm more inebriated at the moment. He says, "Would anyone else like a parchment for their throats?" Did I say parchment? Is that paper? And he looks at someone else. Someone explain this for me.
While he's saying that, you see the one that's tied up is slowly beginning to writhe in place.
He looks at Kronk and he's like, "I know what you're thinking, but I swear I didn't do it."
It's fine.
Oh, so it's fine when random strangers with you start writhing and passing out, but not when they're with me. He looks
No,
at
he's
Adze,
waking up.
fucking asshole.
He's right now captured. And I go up
Keep
to
in
him.
mind, you
and
guys
it's
are
like,
still in the middle of the path. And the forest.
yeah.
Guys, just making sure.
We're
Connor.
in between our hut and to the elk.
Yep, just making sure it's known.
Yeah. And what time is it?
Morning.
Connor will look at you guys and he says, like, "I know I've said this already, but really, in the middle of the open, right now with this, what's going on here? Someone explain it to me, please." Kind of rubs his brow.
Well, as trying to say, this man and Thomas are part of, and then I gotta look at the name here.
The gang bros.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Great Gang Brothers.
Yeah, the Gang Brothers. Luckily, Thomas here has agreed to a little endeavor where he takes a part of the share and we take the other bit. And in return, we get his assistance. And hopefully he decides to stay with us.
Oh, so you've already got like a new hire on? Does that mean I can stop being your golfer?
I never said you were my golfer. You just...
It's like, okay, because, you know,
You're
Bear's been
someone who
asking
saved
some really
my
strange
friend's
things of me
life.
in the last hour.
What you do with Bear is up to you guys, I think.
And he looks at Bear when you say this, and he says, Bear, no more licking.
He stops as he has his like leg up and he was cleaning his like underbelly, and he just like turns with his like leg just sticking up in the air. He's like, "Oh, okay."
But I'm gonna go over to the waking up guy and kind of drag him off to the side of the road, and it's like, luckily this guy, his boss thinks he's a traitor now.
Oh, who does he work for?
The Gang Brothers.
What? He kind of exclaims at this. He's like, oh my god, this is getting so much more confusing. It's starting to hurt my head. Are you sure we're not criminals right now? He says.
No, if anything, we are aiding the Empire. So long as
Connor
you
pouts
stop
at
doing your
this.
magic around
He
them.
kind of gives you like a strange look, like he's pretty sure you're just bullshitting, but he's like, I need another drink. And he'll pick his bottle up from Bear, and he says, you look like you need one too, and he'll just pour it down his muzzle. If he opens his mouth, he's like, shots.
Oh, Bear likes this game.
And then take a
Can I roll a
swig of
spot to
himself.
see if I see Gub Gub pocketing something?
He doesn't seem to hide it. If you're trying to make a spot of what he's pocketing, then you can.
Alright, I'll do that. Whoops, I didn't change my name, my bad.
It's fine.
Alright, so, Kronk.
Yeah.
The guy seems to be stirring slowly.
Is he up to conscious yet?
Roll a sense motive.
I wish my computer would stop doing that. Plus 10. So it's a 25.
Oh yeah. Mute yourself for one. It looks like he is playing the part of someone acting to sleep, but you could see through it by like his like eye movement, its slight flickers. You can tell he's conscious, just pretending to be knocked out still.
So, hey, need to stop pretending. It's only gonna make it worse on yourself.
He plays the ruse for a couple of more minutes before finally breaking and sighing. One hateful eye opening, looking up at you.
Ah, you're awake now. It's good. So, any words from a traitor?
I ain't no traitor.
That's not what your boss is gonna think.
All I know is
You're
what the
either
boss is
dead
gonna
or
think
you're
is you're
traitor
gonna be
to him.
dead.
And he's more than welcome to try.
He grinds his teeth looking at you.
Zoe?
Now, like your good friend Thomas here, the smart one, decided to go on and join us for a share of the profits. And
Thomas
more
is
often
just
than
like
not-
over your shoulder right now, leaning against a tree, using one of the dead guy's shirt to wipe off the blood on his axe, and just looking down at that guy, grinning.
As you can see, he's a little more itching to use that axe more than, well, your dead guy there. So let's say, can't we at least be friends until this is all covered up? Or am I gonna have to throw you to the slammer or Thomas? So we do the diplomacy.
That'd be more of an intimidate.
Oh, intimidate?
Yeah.
Intimidate! Woo!
He looks side to side, weighing his options, looking at Thomas, who is giving him the biggest of stank eye, turning to the bear just chugging a bottle of unknown liquid, while a man dressed in robes with a dark tome on his side seems to be aiding the bear in drinking it, and then turning to see the iridescent blue-skinned woman who's standing there awkwardly, staring at a derelict crux who seems to be eyeing the same person you're talking to, Kronk. And then his eyes turn back to you now, ignoring the cripple and understanding his situation a lot more.
Ignoring that. Oh god.
Okay. What do you want from me to
You?
keep me alive?
What? Cooperation, of course.
Co-op or what?
Basically, less resistance. Perhaps maybe we can join each other. Make this more of a friendly bit.
Ain't no one's been friendly to me since my dad knocked my baby teeth out. So what do you want out of this?
Me.
Connor kind of gives like a sad frown at this, and he looks over his shoulder like he's reminiscing.
Me. I just need able-bodied men to work in our name.
Thomas would speak. I was like, "Are you kidding me? He tried to kill me,
No, the dead guy tried to kill you.
and he didn't stop."
Yeah. Well, he didn't see the light as early as you did.
Maybe I can help him to see the light, he says, like trying to rush towards you with the axe drawn.
He's agreed to help so far. The moment he decides to be disagreeable, you can do what you will with him. Although I do have to note, he is worth more to us alive than he is dead.
Thomas just broods behind you, resting the axe against his shoulder, and just kind of doing this sassy stand there as he stands over your shoulder. What exactly are you looking for me to work from, eh? As long as I see it, you don't need more muscle. And my life expectancy doesn't seem to be that high.
Well, let's first take care of your old boss. Then from there you can do just about what you will.
Take care of the Gank brothers.
Yeah.
You guys.
I can feel the holy energy buzzing through my body.
Yes, us guys. And you now.
So loud.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's just I did not expect that.
I couldn't hear what anyone was saying because it was so loud.
Yeah. The hive mind is taking over, man. It's game over.
That's a death wish. You know that, right?
And how is it a death wish?
The Gang Brothers aren't the Gang Brothers just because they got a name. They earned that. They got that notoriety from acts, not just spreading a word. I've seen them raise towns to the ground. They've taken out dragon longboats. You don't just walk up on the Gank Brothers that made their way to the new empire. For one, think about that. How did they get here? They got here because they could. And you expect to just walk over them? Like they're me? Or that cheetah Thomas? Spits at Thomas's feet.
And when he says this, Connor turns to Bear. See, I told you they were lovers, and he was cheating on him with Kronk Kronk, and that's what started all of this. It's a huge lover spat.
Let me find my notes here. Sorry, notes.
Notes,
Notes.
the explorer. Oh my god, I just saw that fly that was buzzing in my room from the fucking window. Where is it?
Oh, where is it?
I feel like I'm surrounded in open waters by a shark. I don't like flies. No. No, they're disgusting. Carry diseases and shit like that. I don't know. I'm not a fly octologist.
Yep. Anyways. Now, I also have a friend, the Stonehearts, saying they're itching for a fight on your boss. I don't know about you, but with the help of another kingdom, it's pretty more than sufficient to take down whatever notoriety your boss has earned, more than what a kingdom has earned.
He still doesn't seem impressed when you bring up that name. I think you're underestimating them. Which will be your grave.
Well, as I'm going to attempt to pick him up. Oh, since you're being so disagreeable, let's take you back to the slammer. Hopefully life in there will make it more better than out here.
Connor's like, all right, well, let me help you with that. And he kind of stumbles over, and he kind of leans down a little bit to help you pick the guy up from like underneath his like armpits, basically, and completely falls over on top of him. And he says, hold up, let me get up. And he kind of tilts up on his knees a little bit, falls back down. He's like, oh God, I'm so wasted right now.
Bear, can you help him up?
No.
He seems to need
I'm
it.
Bear is
all
just
right.
rolling
I am
around in
all
the
right.
dirt right now.
And he says, I will get up on my own. I do not need Bear. He says, Adze, help me up. And then he looks at Adze and he's like, right, my bad. And then tries to struggle up to his feet again.
Bear likes happy water.
I think he's getting drunk too. It's kind of hilarious. I've never seen a bear, an Ursaring, this one called Bear, drunk before.
So Kronk's gonna look at Crystal, just looking at her with a face of I need help.
When Connor finally manages his hands to his feet, he'll look around. He'll go over to Adze a little bit. Say, Adze, my bad about that, man. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to sound bad at all. I was just, yeah, you get it. And then he'll turn over to Crystal and is like, hey, lady, you want to get drunk?
Crystal's gonna glare at you before turning around and completely ignoring you.
All right, well, he sees you do this. He approaches a little bit closer and he kind of like leans over to you. He's like, I know that you're the bashful type, but if you get alcohol in you, I'm sure you'll finally be able to make your moves with Adze.
She sighs. After the several days I've had, alcohol actually sounds nice. Maybe later.
Connor kind of like gives like a surprise gasp. He's like, turns around, fist pumps. He's like, yeah. And he's like, all right. Game plan. If we get there early enough, we still might be able to catch the people who are drunk in the alleyways and steal their booze from them before they wake up. When he looks around, he's like, who's game?
Hey, we're not
Connor,
stealing
right now,
from the locals.
Right now, we have more important business to take care of. We
He's like,
have
you're right.
spare time.
You're right. I'm getting distracted. And he looks over at you guys and he says, all right, so game plan. Dead body. I don't want to clean that up. Someone else do it. What else can I do? Help you
And
guys
you
out
turned
with
around,
this guy?
the body's suddenly gone.
Ooh, oh my God. I am not dealing with this right now. I have seen zombies before and they are horrifying. It was in a play. I took my children to it and I will never watch another horrifying play again.
It's fine. Gub took care of it.
Gub, he says, was he here? And he looks around. I didn't even notice.
Still here.
Where? And he looks around. He's looking at like eye level. He's not looking down anywhere. It's like, I don't see him. And for him, eye level is at 6 feet 8. So.
Yeah, looking for Gub. He's nowhere in sight. Currently, at least.
He's like, if you guys can see Gub, tell me where he is.
He went over that way into that bush.
He's like, okay, good. Because right now, I've already gotten 2 people to agree to drink with me. I could use a third. He goes over towards the bush and he's like, Gub! And he's waving his bottle.
Not now.
Right.
Find Gub
Boss.
and leave.
Yes, and he says, Gub, on a more serious note, like, where are you? And he looks through the bushes.
Through the bushes, you just see Gub with a small, like, hatchet for his size. Kind of, like, hacking down at something in the inner brush. You just see his arm going up and down. You don't actually see him.
Every time that it happens, Connor kind of flinches. Oh God, I don't need to see. I think I know what's going on. And he immediately hurls all over Gub's back.
God.
He turns around, kind of like running back towards the center of the group, panting a little bit. Oh God. I did not need to see that.
What?
And he says, look if you dare.
I don't. We don't have the time. Let's just get going.
Yeah, we need to go.
Kind of says, all right then. Kind of goes over the bear and he's like trying to pick him up by the scruff of his neck. He's like, bear, get up.
You have to roll him.
God, size.
Stupid.
So, you guys finally make the decision to move on?
Yeah. You gotta make sure to call after Gub Gub. It's like, Gub Gub, you done?
Connor,
I was muted. Gub Gub would be finished faster if people weren't standing there looking like stupid man.
What are you
What do you need
trying
help
to...
with?
Digging hole!
Why?
So they don't find evidence!
Is that actually a problem here? Outside of the Gang Brothers?
It's up to you. This is Gub Gub doing this on his own volition.
I suppose we'll have to help him.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
are you
Some of
sure
us like
we
to
have
make sure the
help?
bodies are buried too.
And he looks
Hey.
very squeamish when you say this.
Everybody
Hey there.
turns to look at Crystal. Bear even leans up while he's rolling and reorients himself to look at Crystal.
Hey now!
Gub Gub pops out of the bush and turns to look at Crystal.
Fuck Gub Gub.
No, Gub Gub wasn't actually there. He ran like way before that. So I'll drag the tied up guy and I'll go over to Gub Gub and help him out. And it's like if you guys
So
want, you
yeah,
can go
it
on
looks like he was using the hatchet to dig up a hole. Currently, his back is covered in vomit.
Okay. Connor totally assumed something else. But, I mean, it's worth it. It's what he would have thought. He couldn't have seen the body, did he? Like, he just saw Gub Gub, right? Like, you know.
You didn't even see
that's all
Gub
he
Gub,
saw.
you just saw a hand going up and down.
Yeah. That was terrifying enough.
We should help him.
So I'm gonna assume nothing else happens of note while we do this.
Nope.
All right, that's taken care of, and then we're gonna be on our way to town.
While the digging is happening, Connor will kind of approach Thomas and he'll say, "Listen, so I forgot your name. I'm sorry, I'm a bit
No.
drunk."
He walks away.
And he says, "No, wait." He'll like hold his hand out to him and he'll like follow after him a little bit. He says, "I would just like to apologize for getting off on the wrong foot with you. But since you're like the new hire and all, let me tell you, these guys, they are terrible people at first glance." And he kind of gives a little chuckle. "They are so mean and rude, but they're all right, actually." And he says, "You'd probably fit in here nicely, you know, with a bit of cleaning up," he says.
He looks at you with a glare and continues his response of nothing before turning his back to you.
All right. Connor holds his finger up and is like, oh, very well then." Turns around, heads back towards the group, sees them digging, and he's like, "Oh God, no. And he goes to sit against the tree.
We're done.
So after the time passes, the corpse is properly buried off the path. The blood still seemed to mingle with the sand, but as you make your way back, Gub Gub seems to already know what to do with that, taking some of the fresh soil he digged out with the hatchet and sprinkling it with some of this to hide the evidence of a battle here, or at least a bloody ending conclusion to it.
Is morbid as all this is, Connor is actually paying a little bit of attention to what he's doing. He's like saving notes. That's right. Yeah.
So, with all that finished, you guys finally make your way towards the town. Every now and then, the guy tries to make struggle to try to break free and whatnot, but with everybody paying attention to him enough and the bonds being adequate enough to do a job, he doesn't seem to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where'd the rope come from, anyways?
Fine. From Gub Gub.
Okay. All right.
More useful than the entire party.
I mean,
I mean,
Gub You're up on point right now.
I have some tie rope, but no rope.
So you make your way back to Elp. At least you make it past the path that leads to Mama Baba Duke's cabin. Elp in the distance. Everything seeming to be of proper note in the town. People are walking around doing their morning due diligence. The waves seem to be hitting on the shore as normal. There's a crisp morning breeze lapping against the sand itself, and it looks to be a nice sunny day. As you guys move through the sand, your prisoner being drugged by the cuff of his heels since he lacked the effort of wanting to help you take him to prison, so you guys had to drag him. Thomas, though, stripped down to just be wearing pants and throwing off his iconology through his vestiges on his shirt and whatnot, just walking in topless.
Iconology?
Icons that made it visible that he was with the Gank brothers.
Yeah.
So he's walking around shirtless. Axe just rested against his shoulder. Looking at him now, he actually has some tattoos marked along his back. One of which seems to say a word in common, which I think everyone can read.
Yeah. Because we were all assuming to be common.
I mean, if you can read common, then you can read common. Which you can read
Right,
common
but,
if you started with common and had more than one magic. Which
Had more than one or at least one?
at least one.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I can read common.
And it says, number 367, PI.
Yeah, that's a lot of number. So Thomas, what's the PI stand for?
He looks at his arm, and shrugs. It's when I was captured and put on a prisoner island. I was able to make my escape with a couple of blokes from it. Rough place. Rough place.
Yeah, hopefully here you'll be able to get that life menu.
If you fund it, and actually are able to kill those bosses of mine.
I have every intention of stopping them.
He turns to seem to understand your choice of words, but turns back around, not really trying to bring you up on it. So, you have a prisoner. What are you guys doing?
Yeah. Well, given the knowledge that I rolled earlier, it's this town. Is this place associated with the Empire, or is this still a non-associated place?
It is very much so associated with the Empire. They're like a tourist attraction for the Empire.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume Ten is in the ocean doing his thing.
10? Who's 10? Who's this 10 person?
Did I
He meant Tide.
I meant Tony. Tide. Damn it, I still read the wrong.
I meant Tony.
Ten's who I want to go to if Tony is not there.
Yes. If Tony's
You
not
don't
there.
see Tony.
All right, what about 10 at the port?
You haven't made your way to the port, so is that what you're doing? This is you guys
This
looking
is
at the
another
distance
thing-
of the town. You guys haven't made any decisions yet.
Alright, is this another thing where I can roll the history to see if I know where to bring him in here, if any?
You actually have no clue because you never looked through the city to figure this out, or the town to
Well,
figure this out.
we did this the last time, and we figured some things out. Because it was me and someone else who actually been through the town a lot.
This one wouldn't be obvious for that.
Okay. So I'm the first place we're going to run up to is Babadook's then. So is Babadook in?
Getting past that area, and actually no, it's not morning, it's actually afternoon, thinking about it. Because you guys were waiting for the lady.
Yeah,
So
that's why
it's-
we're going to
They
town
were
to
on
begin
their
with.
way.
Yeah. So it's like 3 p.m. Looking at the Miss Babadook's place. Yeah, she's there in her chair, smoking on her pipe, currently rubbing some oily substance on her skin and singing a cheerful island song.
Connor, as we approach this place and he hears the music, he just kind of takes a moment to absorb it and listen in. This is a lovely tune.
Babadook. You're doing well, I see.
Oh, hello, child.
Fucking love
Yes,
this
I'm
lady.
doing very, very well. Come. I got some roast nuts. She, gestures to a bowl of these red nuts that actually have a very sweet scent coming from them. Those of you familiar with cinnamon, it seems to smell like that.
Connor will take like 3 and he'll hold them out in his palm and pick at them gingerly.
Yeah, they're roasted cinnamon. Pecans.
Oh, that sounds lovely. I want to try that shit now.
Well,
Pick one.
unfortunately, dear, we're kind of in the middle of a rush right now. Seem to have gotten our hands on one of those Gank Brother villains. And
Help! They kidnapped me! Help!
it's hard
Connor
to kidnap
says-
someone who's a criminal.
Connor says, looks at Croc when he says this. I'm pretty sure you can still kidnap someone who's a criminal.
Well, no. Not when he has a bounty on his head.
Well, like taking him in for the bounty would be one thing, but like you could still kidnap him, right? That's a thing. Just because they're criminal doesn't mean acts committed against them aren't illegal.
We are taking him in for the bounty.
Oh, well, that's good then, because I could have sworn we were going to jail at the end of this day.
He is.
After the yelling, Babadook looks left and right, being blind and just taking everything. Oh, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Yes.
Yes.
We have a guy who's tied up, and he doesn't like it very much. But the reason we tied him up is because they had
They're
a
gonna
fight.
kill me! Help!
Actually, that's why we're here. Mama Bottom, I apologize for his words, and if you can smell something coming off of me, I promise it's only a little bit of vomit.
Oh my
But
God.
we're looking for somewhere we would take someone who's committed a crime against us to court, not necessarily, but to jail.
Oh, I would say that you would have to take him to road. He runs the... Oh, she starts to wave her face. Obviously,
oh.
the stress starting to
Connor
get to her.
will approach. He'll put his hand on her shoulder. He says, "I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. You're a lovely lady. I would hate to upset you guys. We should go." And he looks at the party with genuine concern in his eyes, even in his inebriated state.
But she said road?
Yes.
Roll the jail, man. Jailer Road.
Yep.
Going in my notes, Jailer Road.
So yeah, Connor just like looks at you guys with serious concern on his face.
Click. All right, that's done. It's like we're sorry to have caused you so much trouble, Babadook. We'll come back when things are more calm.
Question. Road spelled like the island of, renown? Knights of Road? That kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay.
How is that?
Huh?
How is it spelled?
RHODE?
I just put road, as in road. Because it's my notes.
I mean, you can.
I know how to pronounce it.
Free to you. So as you guys make the decision of leaving that stressful mess away from Babadook, she waves you guys on, takes her fan, and still is fanning herself, trying to cool off from the stress that she had to deal with that encounter as you guys are walking off towards Elp.
Yeah. Connor will, he'll apologize, as we're like leaving. I'm so sorry, man. You're so lovely, and I hate to ruin your day. And just kind of genuinely start stepping back.
Everything, you're fine, child. Thank you.
Yes.
But as you guys walk off, we're going to take this time to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
So, thank you guys for watching. You're going to be back in 10 to 15 minutes for real this time. So, you guys stick around, and we'll see you guys then. Peace.
Random lightning bolts. Dawn is power again. Karma, you can't make statements like that, man. Mr. Mage.